All right, we in the building for another episode. Actually, um, fresh into 2021, and we've had plenty of stuff happen already. Man, it's back with a vengeance. So, uh, I'm here joined today, by my partner Roz, also joined by Anthony X, aka Ali Muhammad.
Yo,
We also
There
joined
you go.
by
What's up?
Tony Wilson, comedian extraordinaire, and I'm your host Prav. So let's go ahead and get on into the Capitol Hill takeover by the Trump supporters. You know, something that many of us thought was going to happen. You know, a lot of people was like, "Hey, he's not going to leave quietly, right?" Um, but definitely was not expecting this on that particular day for me personally. You know, I want to hear what you guys got to say about it. Then I'm gonna chime on in. So, what y'all think?
You already know my story. Shit. You got 100 black coffin for 100 niggas. Hell yeah. If that was all black people, you know what time it was. They would have killed us all. No hesitation.
yo, quick.
Remember that girl in 2013, I can't remember her name, but she got shot. And when she died,
Yeah,
she had she got shot 15 times for climbing.
Yeah, the lady they said I think she had some mental health problems, and she
this is
climbed the white. That was at the White House, I believe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
was she in the car or something, or did she actually try to climb the fence?
Had a
I
car
think
come.
she was. I do. Yeah, it was sketchy because one said she was trying to crime,
He was
and
trying
then
to.
another one said she was circling the building, and they so it was a couple stories
my
about that.
Kind of
my
sketchy.
thing is I'm surprised at the security number one, because it's like wow, that's all it take to take over Capitol Hill and have y'all running. You
Yeah,
know, is and definitely it was disparities as we clearly saw, which we knew. You know, we black in America, so we already know. We
yeah,
know that they're not going to treat us as equally as fairly in
right,
those type of situations. You know, that's an opportunity for them to go ahead and let off some shots if
exactly,
a black person did it. But
exactly.
clearly, you know, we see it's the opposite when we dealing with other ethnicities and other races, as you say,
Hmm.
so to speak. So, what else you guys think about that?
Yeah, I was surprised too, just like you, until I came to the formation or to the conclusion that it was an inside job, man. That security breach was just too perfect and it was too easy. Um, those guys didn't break into the Capitol building. Those guys were led to the building. You know what I'm saying? It's no way they should have been able to get that close to the White House without being stopped. You gotta think this is the capital of America. You know what I'm saying? This building should be guarded and protected by any and all means necessary. So for you to bombard the gate and bombard the front door and blast through the windows and climb on top of it to get in, come on, man. I think those guys were called there. I think those guys were led in by the forces that be that's supposed to guard the White House, and they let them just take over. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit was planned, man, and they did that to send a message and to let us know that hey, look, we are really in charge. We can do what we want to do when we want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
mean, it was unfortunate. I hated to see it. I looked, I laughed, I frowned. It was just a bunch of emotions, man. Like I saw people saying that Malcolm X would call this the chicken coming home Bruce. But I will say this, like if it's coming soon, I think it's gonna be more to this, man.
What you think about that, Ross?
yeah. To piggyback off of what Anthony was saying, 2020, we've been through a wild year. So to see that, it didn't surprise me. I actually was expecting that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing them getting hyped. I heard them call these people that come up there. So I figured something wild was gonna happen. Now to see what happened, I was kind of blown away. Because like you said, they have snipers on the roofs. DC is a heavily guarded type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the lady got shot in 2013. She was just outside. She ain't even make it that far. She got shot 13 times or something. Come on, man. So it definitely, while we can sit back and kind of analyze, we like, okay, they taking pictures with the policemen, selfies
This
as
is
y'all
true.
breaking in.
Exactly.
It was confusing. It was like, okay, now I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But then they talk about the lady that got shot. I don't know about, the lady got shot and killed, but then they said she did like 4 terms in Iraq.
Yep.
There's just too much confusion with that whole scenario. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like something is going on. It definitely seemed like an inside job. And look how they was climbing up the sides of the walls and like you busting the windows out. They in the office. The one guy took the podium.
Come on, man. Yo, security should have been stepped in and stopped all that from even happening before it got to that point. So you mean to tell me that this shit wasn't an inside job? That shit
There was no hot bullets for nobody. Like,
come on, man.
Hey, you know what? I find it hilarious, and I seen some of the memes on the internet how some of these are the same people that was saying build the wall, but then they climbed the wall and went right on into the Capitol.
Exactly.
But you know what though? That lady that got shot, they said she was shot in her neck. You know, them guys are trained to shoot you in your torso area and your body part. So that could have been an accident that they killed her. They probably wouldn't even trying to kill her. You know, as far as them trashing the place up, I saw that too. I mean, I actually paused the TV because I had to put my glass on, make sure there were not stimulus checks out there like that. I was gonna be pissed in.
Hey, somebody said that one black dude that was in there was looking for a stimulus check. The one guy that was in the
yeah,
he was looking for that stimmy.
Why he look like Kane from
Yeah,
Power Book 2 though?
He look like who?
I don't know if y'all watch Power Book 2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did look like that.
This nigga look like Kane. Oh.
Crisis actors. He doubling it up. He doubling it up with a crisis actor. Right. So I want to use that as an opportunity. Basically, we talk about the disparities between what happens with when black people kind of cause so-called disarray or whatever the case is. And let's talk about Jacob Blake, the guy who was shot in the back last year. And of course, you know, unsurprising to us, I believe the officers were acquitted, or not even acquitted. The officers weren't charged in that incident, I believe. You know, which is, I guess, is to be expected. Just speaking on what we just said earlier, as far as how, you know, in America, you know, if you're black and you do something that is against authority, you know, they try to find their best way to go ahead and show you not to do it. But when we just saw what recently happened in the Capitol, you know, they kind of let them get away with all kind of stuff on that. So, you know, I can think what you guys have to think, but what do you think about it? Go ahead.
Okay, ahead, first off, I'm gonna say, you know, God show and rest in peace. I don't mean no harm, you know what I'm saying, towards his family or anything for what I'm about to say, you know, but he did have guns drawn at him, and you're a black man, and we know what's going on in America. I mean, I would never turn my back and walk back to my vehicle. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, and then what else y'all got to say?
Right. I'm just saying, yeah, like I'm piggyback off what Tony said, man. We got to walk on eggshells when it comes to them type of authority, and he was very aggressive, even though it's not fair. I ain't saying we should have to do that, but I'm just saying for all the examples that we done been living through, we know they'll shoot us for anything minor. So the way he was, you know, pulling away and going towards the vehicle, I didn't expect him not to shoot him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but is it surprising? Absolutely not. I wasn't surprised that those officers got off. I knew they would get off. I mean, it's just another typical case of unjustified, police misconduct. And unfortunately, like we discussed on the last episode, man, until better police protocol and police reformation is done, laws get stricter on things like that. I mean, it's always going to be like that. It's just going to be, us against them, and they always going to win. I just kind of came to that conclusion and to that realization, man. Like we always going to be, we're gonna be last on the list. We're gonna be at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to justice, when it comes to equality, and when it comes to freedom. But other than that,
Definitely.
were they justified for shooting him in the back, although he was being quote unquote aggressive or turned away to walk to his vehicle? Fuck no, man. That shit wasn't justifiable. Not to shoot that man that many times in the back. You know what I'm saying? Um, But like I said, man, I think they were meaning to kill him, and they fucked up when they didn't. But either way, man, I did think for a split second though that because he lived, I thought that he would be able to tell his side of the story and possibly, convict those cops of some kind of wrongdoing. But obviously not, man. So that just goes to show again, man. Like we don't have a fair chance, man, when it comes to stuff like that. And to talk about what Ross said, yeah, we definitely do have to walk on eggshells out here, man. Like you can't be aggressive, you can't talk a certain way to the police, you can't look a certain way at the police, you can't do shit but stand there and take whatever they're about to give you, man. So it's
And
a
uh
situation.
and unfortunately, we do find ourselves in a situation where we sometimes we got to choose between exercising our rights and our own personal safety at the end of the day, because we clearly saw from what just happened up there on the Capitol that certain groups, they can exercise their rights. Sometimes they can overdo it and they can come out perfectly fine.
Exactly.
But when we want to exercise our right,
Man,
sometimes those are infringed upon, or else we just punished.
man, we
You
get
know,
mace, we get baton, we get dogs sitting on us. I mean, like we get the worst. The National Guard gets sent on us.
quickly,
You know what I'm saying? Like the
quickly.
National Guard was out in the streets of DC and other major cities when people were protesting. But Trump supporters, man,
You
they
ain't never gonna
know
see
what they want to do.
a black protest. You ain't never gonna see a black protest with niggas out there taking selfies and shit with the police. You ain't gonna see that. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you ain't gonna see it. That's why I said that shit was an inside job, man.
I'm gonna tell you where I did see that at, and that's because it's the Mecca. I've seen that in Atlanta because it's the Mecca. You feel me? I seen them having some conversations with police or whatever the case is, and but that's because it's the Mecca. You feel me? And then the other places, it's
Yeah,
not it's not as gonna go over as smoothly with that
right.
because
And
of
I guess
leadership
Yeah, and I
on there.
guess too, it depends on what the conversation was about between
Right.
whoever took the selfie and the officer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
There's
absolutely.
nothing wrong with taking a
Mhm.
picture with a police officer if y'all talking about something positive and productive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I personally wouldn't take a selfie with a cop. I don't take selfies, period. But just
Yeah.
just in general, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on what the conversation is. But if a black man was
That's a
committing a crime, he damn sure ain't gonna take no selfie with the cop.
come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Not to break it in
knock that phone out your hand, man, for real.
Exactly.
Come on.
And
You already know.
just to use as a segue, right? You definitely were talking about change and how certain policies are going to be the same pretty much. So we did see Georgia electing their first black senator,
Yep.
which was overshadowed by the Trump thing, but
Yep.
we did get to see that not only the first black senator, but their first Jewish senator, and that's in first black senator being Raphael Warnock, first Jewish senator being John Ossoff, and which actually gives the Democrats more control in the Senate with that, right? So they can get stuff passed or whatever case may be. Um, also, I don't know if y'all saw the mayor of Atlanta, out promoting "Move Mitch, Get Out the Way," which was the Republican majority uh Senate leader,
Yeah,
and all that.
keep
So
the bottom, her fine ass. Damn.
So
boy.
so with that being said, hopefully she gets to see this too. With that being said, right? I think that'll see. I think me being in Georgia and me seeing some of the commercials that they actually put out against Reverend Warnock was some of the things that made me say, you know what, I got to vote for this man. It was supposed to be smear campaigns, but a lot of stuff was like sound bites of him saying, hey, we need to let our children out of jail, you know, which we all believe that. We know that black people are locked up definitely in higher numbers than our other counterparts, even though we only make up 13% of the population according to the census, right? Of course, we know it's probably more or less out there, whatever the case is. But with all that being said, so I think that's going to be a big change. Anybody got anything to say about that at all?
Hey man, first and foremost, man, salute to what's his name?
Raphael Warnock.
Yeah, salute to Raphael, man, for breaking through and being a part of the Senate and making the Democrats to the majority leader now. Didn't he graduate from was it Morehouse?
Yeah, he graduated from Morehouse. He's
Yeah.
actually the current pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church, which that's the Reverend King's.
Right. It's so much history tied behind this dude already. I mean,
Yeah.
he graduated from Morehouse.
Yeah.
Now he's a pastor at Ebenezer. I mean, both of those places, Martin Luther King had a heavy influence in. He went to Morehouse, and of course, he was the preacher at Ebenezer. So yeah, man. I mean, that's just a big look, for African Americans, man. And hopefully, this is the start of something good and something positive to make its way throughout history. So
Absolutely. I hope once it gets there that we'll see
Larry,
some change.
I just want to say this before I get out of here. 'Cause I got to work. Listen, 2020 is over with. 2021, everybody was so excited about getting rid of 2020. On day 6, Donald Trump got put off Twitter and Facebook in a riot.
Yo,
Day 6 is just beginning.
that's the
I ain't
only
never in
thing.
my life.
That's the only thing made him act right. He ain't care about nothing else till they cut his social media off. Then he come out, yo, okay, let's do a peaceful transition. Y'all gonna cut my stuff back on.
He got money investments into it, and they blocked.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
you know what?
Hell when the president on Twitter and Facebook.
Absolutely.
Sad.
I want to throw this out there.
He going to real jail.
He trying to figure out how to self-pardon himself right now. And I want to throw this out there before you get out of here. What you think about the stimulus checks? That was on the list as well. What you think about the stimulus checks?
Man, I told you how I felt when I saw that office like that. I thought those were stimulus checks on the floor. They're gonna give niggas a reason to show up their necks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna help clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Do what I can. But I found my shit. I put it in my pocket. Hey, I'm good. I'm going lunch break. I never came back. That's the end of that story.
You gonna do your part.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my part, man. They can't be doing shit like that, man. I mean, wait till the money get out first. Don't do that. Them people don't think about nobody else but themselves. You saw that. I don't like the fact that they had black people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, white people all up in the heading for the Capitol, destroying the Capitol. Ain't nobody, I mean, it should have been way more people killed, way more people locked up. Black people can't get away with it like that. And that's the sad thing. Yeah. But listen, y'all, it's been good talking to y'all. I don't know if you can still hear me. My phone might go dead too.
We hear you.
I gotta get out of here. All right.
All right, man. Good to see you, man. We'll see you next week.
Brother. Hey, good seeing you, brother.
All right.
Wilson checking out.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yeah, I don't know to piggyback off what he was saying, but $600. What can you do with $600, brother? When you if you a family man, you got bills, you got this, that, and the other. What is $600?
Hey,
$1,200 was stretch.
Well,
I can make $1,200 stretch a little bit, but then you give me $600 after that. After we done waited another 8-9 months, and then other countries, they giving their people $2,000 to $3,000. I don't know if it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. but they're receiving $3,000. That's what your country think about you. When you got Canada, which is nothing but 30 minutes away from Detroit, if that, it's in the backyard. So it's like, how they getting 3,000 a month, 3,000 bi-weekly or something like that. Then overseas, they doing the same thing. They taking care of their citizens. And we the richest country in the world, or the powerful country in the world, and this is how we doing our citizens. To me, it's a smack in the face. You know what I'm saying? 1,200 was hard, but six. What I'm gonna do with $600?
Yeah, my thing is a lot of this stuff too, they attach, which is how government works. They attach all these other stuff to it instead of just making the bill about that. They want to attach all this other stuff. Let's give this to that, and let's give these to that country, and all this other stuff instead of like getting down to the nitty gritty, which I think is what politics is played in America. It's like, all right, we're gonna give you this, but we're gonna attach all these other stuff to it that we want, and slide it on in on you, you know but it's attached to this bill we're giving you money, and so forth on there. You had any thoughts on that, El?
You know, $600. I mean, it was money added to my bank account. I mean, I definitely wasn't complaining personally about it, but is that going to be enough to change the world and change all of our problems? No. I don't think it was intended to. I just think it's just, I guess what they call like hush money. Like, look, all right, we know y'all going through some rough times out there. Here, here go a few $100, man. Just take that
A
and
little help out.
and all it is, man. All we're doing is redistributing that money back into into the economy.
That's
So
it.
they gonna get the money right back.
That's what it's for.
They give it out.
That's
So
what
I
it's
just took, I just took that little bit of money, man. And like I said, I'm grateful for it. I took it. I paid up on some bills. I bought some new studio equipment, which
That's
I
an
got
investment.
right now.
That's an investment.
Yeah, I can't wait to open it up and set it up.
Yes,
So
sir.
hey, I mean, I'm thankful for it. Is it enough? No, but will anything ever be enough that the government throws at us? I don't think no dollar amount would ever be enough. So,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right. Got you. So also something that happened, this happened before all this other crazy stuff was, Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm, which
Mhm.
Yeah.
that was hated to hear that news. He definitely been an inspiration for me as to why I
Yeah.
became a producer and all this type of stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
you know, definitely hated to hear that.
Mhm.
And you guys have any thoughts on that?
Now, did that happen in 2021? That he got the aneurysm, or that happened in? Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's been a
just him.
start.
Yeah.
But I definitely, yeah, I read that headline. I was like, man, you just achieved a big accomplishment, becoming one of the first rap. Well, not even gonna say the first one, but one of the first rap billionaires. So they're able to do that. Then all of a sudden, you're in the headlines with a divorce. That's probably causing a lot of stress on you too. Your wife
Hmm.
won't half the money, so that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Then, bam, you get hit with an aneurysm. It's like, dang, you just went from top of the world to man. Because what's wealth without health? So, yeah, man. I speedy recovery to Dr. Dre. Once again, he was definitely part of my childhood. Listen to all his albums, man. Inspirational music. Like I said, we did music. So, man, yeah, it was hard to hear that, man. So, definitely speedy recovery to Dr. Dre, man, and his family. Hope you pull out of that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Speedy recovery to him. Dr. Dre has been a huge inspiration and aspiration to a lot of us, including myself. I was just watching I think who does this network? I think it's called like the Diverse Mentality channel on YouTube where they was talking about his beef with Easy E, a little versus
Oh,
thing that they got going on. So I was just
mm.
watching that, and then I found out that he had a brain aneurysm. But thank God, man. He's doing good. I think he's expected to have a recovery. I think he's still in ICU, but he's communicating with people now. So that's a good sign, man. Because, you know, the way that 2020 was, man, you know, like the start of the year like this with hearing about Dr. Dre being in ICU with a brain aneurysm, I'm like, damn, man, like, please don't let 2021 start this way. So, you know, I'm glad
Right.
he's pulling through, and I hope that he continues to get better.
Absolutely. And I'm, you know, big influence on me. So I, you know, I pray he gets better as well. And, you know, it was a little bit of friction between two of his proteges, that being Snoop Dogg and Eminem, you know, for some comments that Snoop Dogg said.
Good segue.
Oh, yeah. And so with that being said, what y'all think about that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't really too interested in Snoop versus Eminem, man.
Oh, you mean a versus or just
No, I'm just talking about them battling, period. Like,
no, I don't think, you know, I think Snoop said his honest opinion.
yeah,
You know,
he ain't say nothing wrong.
and see what I heard was that Eminem didn't like how he said what he was saying and what he said, like kind of at the end, like, hey, he don't get no play with me. You know what I'm saying?
At the
And,
end,
yeah, he didn't really care for that, which I can understand that. It's like if one of my boys is talking to, you know, that my rap partners that I rap with, and then he get on something and he's like, man, even if you really don't listen to my music, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't listen, you don't really care for my music, but then you get on that, man, he don't get no play in my ride, cuz. You feel me? I probably feel some type of way too. And I'm not a sensitive dude, but I'm like, dang, yeah, get on there and just okay,
like,
cool. But he is being honest though, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And that's important, you know what I'm saying?
And like you said too, man, like, look, you know, if me and you are boys and you don't necessarily listen to all of my music, that's fine. But you ain't got to put it out to the world like that. Like, yeah, man, I don't play none of this shit, or I don't get no play for the ride. Like, come on, man, you should have kept it to yourself.
Even though some people do have a relationship like that where they joke on each other and they might be dead up serious and they can go out in public and say that, but I think that Eminem was like surprised that he would say it like that because I guess they don't have that relationship where they just, you know, getting on each other's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, come on, man, it shouldn't be no shot to Eminem because I mean, have I ever heard a full Eminem album? No. You know, nor did I ever want to. That's not taken away from his ability as a rapper. I think he's a dope musician. I think he's a talented lyricist. But as far as like my type of artist, he was never like my speed or my style. And you know, on the other end of this whole Snoop Dogg versus Eminem thing, when I heard Eminem's response record, I didn't necessarily think that was a diss either. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't really diss Snoop Dogg. He was just like, "Yo, I thought you was my idol. You know, you were the dog spelled backwards, God, or something like that." Which is why, you know, certain aspects of Islam, we take the O out of God. You know what I'm saying? It's just G-D because you don't ever want to compare the word God to something that says dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't ever want to compare those two words. But anyway, I'm getting off on something totally different. But yeah, man. So he was like, yeah, you know, he basically said, look, man, you were my idol. Like you were a god to me. You know what I'm saying? So when Snoop responded with, oh, don't make me respond to that soft ass shit, I was like, oh my God, dude.
Damn, you about to put some Phantom Flames a little bit, right?
Yeah, man. Like I don't care about no damn Snoop Dogg versus Eminem in 2021. Come on, man. Like miss me with that, man. Hopefully this is just all entertainment, man. It's something people bored, they on lockdown, they can't tour, they can't do nothing. So hey, let's just battle. Let's diss each other.
And just to come off of that tree, right?
True.
Did you want to say anything about that, Russ? Before we move on a little bit.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna take it back to it could have been resentment because remember at one point in time, Dr. Dre and Snoop was Batman and Robin, and then Eminem came into play, and it kind of seemed like they became Batman and Robin and X'd out Snoop. So that could have been some resentment.
But see,
on his all these years.
But you know what? Snoop wasn't messing with him during that time, and that's my perfect segue to talk about who Snoop was messing with, who was Master P. So Master P, always the hustler, always the entrepreneur, always looking up to him. So I heard he's in talks about possibly buying Reebok, which of course, maybe people will start wearing Reebok more again. I don't know if they don't wear it or not now. I don't know. It's been a while for me, but definitely I feel like, hey, I'm glad to see the brother making moves as always, and definitely doing some stuff with that. So y'all got any thoughts on that at all?
To me, I think he need to concentrate more on putting that league out, because I heard he had like an NFL league he was trying to do and all that.
Right.
Reebok, I don't know. Like I said, I ain't rock Reebok since AI. So
that's what I was thinking too. That the AI shoes.
I ain't really, honey, and that's
maybe the Grant Hills.
Reebok.
No, that's Feli. That's Feli. But yeah, they ain't even Reebok. Yeah, you're right.
Made me want to mess with Reebok. You know what I'm saying? Like Reebok was all right. AI, I gotta get them. I was really messing with it. And then since he done went away, I ain't really been rocking with Reebok. So I would think that'll be a waste of money, especially if they going under. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna grab them and turn them around.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really know if he got that much power to turn around $1 billion company just because you bought it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him and Baron Davis, because them is power moves to make. Now that would be great to have a monster name and it's owned by us, but it might still go under. So that'd just be, you just dumped all this money into something and then you had to sell it again. I don't really know if that's a smart move. And I know Master P is a smart guy. So maybe he got some type of PR campaign that he was going to turn Reebok around if they do get it. Because I heard they in negotiations and talks, but they're not sure if they're going to get it yet. But maybe, you know what I'm saying? Master P is a smart guy, man. Once again, they counted him out. 20 years later, 30 years later, he's $1 million man, $100 million man. So
still rocking.
Hey,
because you can't.
I won't doubt P.
You can't take your education away, man. That's what it is. You can't take this right here, no matter what. If you lose it, you get it back. You know.
Yeah.
If you lose it,
I won't doubt P. He might have a crazy campaign behind it that's gonna make people want to rock it again, or maybe he gonna bring AI back. Because if he brought AI back, I could possibly buy some more shoes. I don't know.
Hey, he had to just keep dropping those retros. What was they called? They was called the questions, right? It was called the questions. Yeah. Keep dropping those retros.
Right.
So another death that we kind of found out about at the end of 2020 and apparently happened earlier in 2020 was the death of MF Doom. On that, which was kind of, he was already a pretty secretive rap character, so to speak, but they did not release his death until way later on that, which I'm not even sure what the cause of death was on that. But RIP MF Doom, definitely. Anybody want to say anything in regards to him?
Man, it was a definite shocker. I think we heard about that the night of the original podcast, the first podcast.
Absolutely, the pilot podcast.
Right. We started discussing it in the chat, and we was like, dang, man. And one of the things that was a big question mark in my head was he died on Halloween, October 31st. So I was like, man, why did they wait until the last day of 2020 to inform us of his death? Like, that's just like the biggest question and the biggest mystery to me is like, why? Like, why did you choose to keep that to yourself? I mean, of course, that's your family and that's your privacy. You do what you want to do, but to know that man had, friends and fans that loved him, and musical peers that loved him, I'm just trying to figure out what was the reasoning behind, them delaying the news of his death. But either way it goes, man, it's sad. It's unfortunate. We lost a talented, great musician. He went by the name of KMD back in the day. A lot of people don't know, but that was him rapping on Gas Face by Third Base. So if you go back and look at that video, you see a young Eminem Doom, kid with glasses on, nerdy looking kind of kid, but he was always talented with the words. So yeah, man, it's unfortunate. Rest in peace to MF Doom, man. Your name and your legacy will live on.
Oh yeah. The beautiful thing about being a creator. And
Yeah,
I think. Go ahead, Ross.
No, playing off what he just said, what Ant just said, KMD and his brother. I remember his brother was in that DJ Rock or something like that. But I remember that video they had with Third Base in it and Grand Poobah. Yep. And I remember when he transitioned after the brother died, he disappeared, then he came back as MF Doom.
MF Doom.
He just became everything hip hop that we needed, because hip hop was always innovative and stuff. I thought it was dope, man. I was definitely a big fan of MF Doom, man. And to hear, like you said, it was very odd that they waited 2 months. And I do understand the privacy, he passed and all that, but it was just definitely odd, man. And they caught everybody off guard, definitely at the last day. And then I was saying, he died 2 months ago. Everybody scratching their dome like, what? Mm-hmm. But it was crazy, man. 3 months ago, I just watched a documentary on him. And it kind of just broke down everything. And I was like, damn. And then to hear he dead, mind blowing. I'm like, man, what else can happen in 20? Everything else that happened in 2020. I don't even know.
We're about to find out what else could happen in 2021. For
right
sure.
About that.
For sure. Now I wanted to move on to Soho Karyn. Soho Karyn. So this the lady that tackled the 14-year-old black kid because she said that he stole her phone. So she tackles him because she said he stole her phone, and only later to have her phone returned by an Uber driver. So Soho Karyn also has other charges in other cities. So apparently this is her thing. She may have a problem with substances possibly because she was on the run for a DUI and then got another DUI while you was on the run for the DUI. So what do you guys think about Soho Karyn?
Oh, I'm unfamiliar with this story, man. You're going to have to...
Soho Karyn is the lady.
It was crazy.
Go ahead, Ross. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Break it down.
No, you go ahead and break it down. I was just gonna get my intake on the video.
Okay. Soho Karyn is a lady in the Soho area in New York City that I believe it was at a hotel. She tackled a young man because she said he stole her phone. I think it was an iPhone, and so she tackled him and basically was saying, "Hey, get my phone back," And it's all caught on tape as well, but it came to be known that that wasn't her phone, and she basically assaulted the young man for that.
It's a black kid.
It's a black kid, and it's
it was a black kid.
Okay.
He was there with his father. I think they just came down to the lobby. You know what I'm saying? I think they were just coming out of their room, coming down to the lobby. Soho Karyn out there wilding. All of a sudden just put her attentions on my young man, and then he trying to put his phone up, and she just like, he got my phone right there, and then he took the back off or took the cover off, but that's my phone. It's like, come on, everybody iPhone either gonna be black or white, so you can't just say that's your phone based off what it looks like. Now I could say he just should have showed her, like, nigga, this is my call log, this my pictures, this all that. How could I steal your phone and put all this on my phone at that time? But you shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just have so much privilege that they just feel like they can just run up on anybody and do that. So I'm glad the young man stood his ground, said that's not your phone. You're not about to see it, and tried to walk off. Now, when him trying to walk off, she tackled him, just caused a whole big scene for no reason. And it was just like, it was sad, man. But once again, that's a portrait of how y'all act. Because have y'all put all this stuff on us about we lazy, we aggressive, we menaces. You all are showing y'all true colors. So if anything I can say about 20 and 2021 right now is who is showing their true colors on acting like a beast? I don't know. I know it ain't us.
I don't think, the truth of the matter is, I don't think like black people, we're very rarely the aggressor that we're pointing out to be. A lot of that is guilt because other people are the aggressor. you know. So it's a projection of projecting themselves upon us, you know, because at the end of the day, most of the time, like, we peaceful people. If we do got a problem, a lot of times we got a problem with each other. But guess what? That's every culture, because that's domestic. You know what I'm saying? Every culture gets into stuff with their own people. That's who you're around. That's who you actually have a more of a personal relationship with. And then that's how that goes. It's not just because of a particular color or creed or whatever you are that you just do that. It's just that's who's in your proximity. You know, just like the whole black on black crime thing. Like, yeah, there's black on black crime, but guess what? If you go to a town with nothing but white people, it's gonna be white on white crime, because that's what's there at the end of the day.
And it is a lot of white on white crime. And a lot of other races crime on crime. And it's just almost like it's only us that's been exploited on the news. You know, they only giving statistics of what's going on in our neighborhood, but they don't tell you what happened up the street. And with Karen, once again, Karen is a terrorist. If you ask me, we got so many Karen terrorists around the world right now, man. Like the guy last year in the park, he just walking his dog.
Exactly.
Oh no, he was shooting birds. He was a photographer, so he's shooting birds.
The lady was walking the dog. The lady was
Karen choking. Oh God,
Yeah.
choking the dog.
Yeah.
What's going on? And he just like, yo, what you doing to your dog? And I'm gonna call the police on you. That's some terrorist stuff. I think he should have pressed charges on her, because what if the police came, been aggressive, and he lost his life?
Yeah.
Which is very easily to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we need to start locking these cameras up, especially if it's a false call to the police like that.
Because I think their motives are to get the police involved, to see us possibly get hurt or killed, or at the very least taken to jail for some trumped up bogus ass charges.
Playing the victim card as a weapon. You know, weaponizing the victim card, basically.
Yo, man, let me tell you something about let me tell you something about them, man. When white people know how to use that victimization system to their advantage, they're real good at it, man. Because I've been a victim of white victimality, or however you want to say it, and they know how to sell it, man, and they know how to make it sound good, man. And if it's not one thing that angers me about just the world in general, man, is the way that they can sell themselves to make them look like the saints and us look like the bad guys. They're the victims and we're the suspects. And it's always like that in their eyes, man. So that's why I say, man, I don't, you just got to watch them, man. So be careful, and just, when it comes to them, just watch your back, man.
True. The roll off what Ant's saying. Did y'all see the video? It just happened too, right before the rally. It might happen on January 5th. But the police officer, they was at the big rally. I don't know where they was really at, but Karen reaching for the black officer face mask or something, and she kind of hit her in the face, and the officer turned around and just hit her, busted her whole. And then the next scene, I was attacked by Black Lives Matter. I was attacked by Black Lives Matter. And everybody like, are you? They just came to her defense, not knowing she attacked this lady. And the lady was an officer.
Right.
On top of that. Right. I mean, it's circulating right now. And I'm just like, once again, you listen to this crowd, you would think she just was a victim. But 5 minutes earlier, you was just attacking the lady for no reason at all, just because she was there in support of Black Lives Matter. So that's
how they are, man. That's
yeah, man.
That's right. The nature and the core of the white man and the white woman, unfortunately. So this is what it is, man.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to a more positive incarnation, a more positive picture of black people painted, and that's gonna be the movie Soul. We'll move on to the movie Soul. What I thought about the movie, I think it was an incredible movie that really spoke to a lot of adults. Actually, personally, that's what I thought. I think it spoke to a lot of adults, more so than children. I think that the movie, I'm not going to give too much away about the movie, but it's definitely about your soul and your purpose, basically. And so, Roz, what you thought about it? Because I know you said you watched it too, man. What you thought about it?
Man, I just so crazy. I just happened to watch it with my fiance, and I thought it was dope, man. like from our perspective, the way they, like, not to give too much away, but just the way they crafted it, the way the narrative story, it was great for adults and children. You know, I thought it was real dope. It was even actually a tearjerker. I look over my fiance crying. Now she got me teary-eyed. I'm like, well, what I'm crying for? What I'm about to cry for? But that's how good that movie was. That like it hit every emotion, it hit every possible scenarios. It took you through back and forth. You know, beginning of life to the end of life. It was definitely dope, well put together, man. I'm not sure who behind that. I'm kind of sad that I never knew nothing about the movie, man. My girl was like, let's watch this movie Soul. I'm like, I don't want to watch that. Then I watch it. I'm like, wow, incredible. So
yeah, I think it was good because it definitely talked about, you know, the spiritual side of life, you know, so to speak, you know, and uh the beginning and the end, kind of, you know, and kind of emphasize living your life and finding your purpose and living your life to be what you know what you want to be and not just what other people want you to be, you know. That's what I got out of it. So it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. That's my notes on that one.
Yeah,
And
I didn't get a chance to see that yet, man. But I'm definitely excited and watching it. I talked to my girlfriend today. I said, "Look, man, we're gonna watch this movie tonight." I heard it was a good movie because you know I've been seeing previews here and there about it, and I think Jamie Foxx plays the lead, right?
he does. He did a great job.
yeah,
Right. So you know, from what I'm seeing, it does look good, man. I'm excited to watch it, man. To check it out tonight. I hate I couldn't watch it before I got on the pod, but you know, I'm gonna check it out tonight, and then the next pod I'll give you my you know, my 2 cents on it.
No problem. No problem. No problem. So we about to go ahead and wrap it up. Is there anything else you guys want to say in closing?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here again. You know, this is the second episode. I wish all our brothers was here. You know, but like I said, man, you know, things happen, things come up. So next episode, I hope to see everybody here. Roz, it was good meeting you, man. You seem like a
man,
real
you too.
brother, you know what I'm saying? Peace to you.
Likewise.
And we definitely got to do this again, man. Make you a part of this, man. You know, definitely more often.
Yes,
If not, whenever you available. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. I mean, hey, man, I'm definitely honored for the brothers to bring me in. I watched our first one. Y'all, you know, set precedents for our people coming together, being able to, you know, be able to come together and do intelligent things, man. It's just not us rah-rah and fighting all the time, but really having intellectual conversations on life. And yeah, man, I'm definitely excited that y'all invited me in on this. Hey, whenever y'all reach out to me to do it, I'll be here to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
All right, y'all tune in for the next one. I'm gonna start the recording. Chill.
peace.